It's amazing. I mean, obviously, it was very funny actually the first day when we had the whole Rainbow Band together, and the very first gig that we did last year. And we came to walk out to do our sound check, and I walked right to the front and I went, oh, this isn't my place anymore. I get to go back here. And it's awesome because where I am, of course, you know, you're adding to the show, but you also get to kind of see it from a different perspective than the lead singer sees it from. So being able to like look out and see all the fans and how they're reacting to it and watch the backdrop and the projection and connect with the other band members, and it's just amazing. And of course the feeling that Rainbow is you know, portraying and giving out there to everybody, the nostalgia, the amazing songs over the past 30 years or more, it's you can't beat that. It's an incredible vibe. So the energy is just off the charts. Yeah, exactly. So we do our rehearsals for Rainbow. This time we're going to go back home. Last time we actually went right from Rainbow to the Blackmore's Night shows and rehearsed and you know, a couple of days before. But this time we're going to get about a 4-week break. So we're going to go home, get all the Blackmore's Night band members together. We're going to do our rehearsal there and try to wipe out some of the things we remembered from Rainbow. It's only so much memory we've got up here these days. But then, you know, of course, everything comes right back, and then we come back overseas, go into Germany, Czech Republic, Luxembourg, and Holland this year. So yeah, go back home, study, come back over, and right back into Blackmore's Night, which is great. We have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, our 5-year-old boy, Rory, and our 7-year-old girl, Autumn, and they love it. They either sit on the side of the stage or they're always kind of wandering around, and they're amazing. They're little gypsy traveler souls at heart, you know, so they know as soon as school stops, next day they're going to be on a plane, they put their headphones on, they take a nap, they watch a movie, they wake up, they're here, and they're on the road with us. And they love traveling, they love learning about things, they love the music, they love being part of everything, and they've been doing it really, both of them, since they were 1 year old. So it's in their blood, and they're both so into music, and they get so proud of mommy and daddy out there. So they're our biggest fans, and we're their biggest fans. Autumn is actually going to be on the next album that Blackmore's Night puts out. We have she was taking acting, singing, dancing lessons. It was like a triple class in one class, and she came home with this beautiful song, this very eerie, haunting ghost story of a song that we had never heard before. And you know, we're always looking for traditional songs or inspirational songs for Blackmore's Night. She came home and she sang us this song called The Ghost of John. And Richie fell in love with the song, and we immediately took it from her and from her inspiration, from where she learned it from, and we added new lyrics, and we recorded it and we put it on the next album for Blackmore's Night that's coming out. And we actually had Autumn at the end of the song singing it in the studio with us. But the funny thing about Autumn was when it goes, have you seen the ghost of John? So Autumn gets on there on the microphone, and she immediately went into Broadway mode. Have you seen the, and we're like, no, tune it down. So she's like, okay. Have you seen? Well, no, don't do that. Just sing it innocent, like a little girl, you know. And she's 6 years old, and she finally just sang it, just like in this perfect little girl, innocent, naive tone, and it wound up being so chilling, and we had the goosebumps on our arms, and we said, that's it, that's the perfect one, you got it. And she goes, but that's kind of the most boring way that I did it. Like, it's okay, because that's the one we were looking for. It was perfect. So we're thinking now about bringing her out on stage when we perform the song live for the fans, to do her part, maybe start the song or just end the song with her, and have her make her little showcase and just sing that song for the fans, and then we'll go into it for a full band mode. So that would be interesting. And Rory is a little bit kind of in her shadow, but he still has this perfect, beautiful, pure voice. So when you can finally pull him out and get him to sing, and the two of them sing together, their tones match beautifully. And it's going to be an interesting thing to see where they go. We would never push them to see, you know, into a direction and say, you have to do this, you have to learn guitar, you have to sing, you have to. But if it's something that they take the initiative and they really feel they want to, we'll be as supportive as parents on their path as you should be. Yes, I did. I heard him on YouTube. It was about 2:00 in the morning, and Richie and I were just sitting up and having conversation about music and about possibly him getting back involved with doing some Rainbow shows and Rainbow songs and things like that again. This is a couple of years ago. And we were trying to just think of who would be in the band. And a lot of names came up. We thought of a lot of people. We had a whole list of people, whether it was people that had been in the band originally or just completely untapped talent. And I started doing some searches on YouTube. And actually, strangely enough, I looked up like Dio era bands that were the cover bands all over the world. And he actually was in a rainbow cover band. So he actually was in a rainbow cover band, and then he was in a Queen cover band. And just hearing the tone of his voice and his stage performance, it was amazing. He was so strong, he was so confident, he was pitch perfect, he was just so solid in what he was doing, and it just blew me away. I found about 2 other guys, but they fell short as to, as far as when Ronnie was up here and the other guys that I looked at, I was like, well, they could be backups, but like maybe as plan B. But Ronnie was so far and ahead from these other guys. Then I started doing some research and looking on his Facebook page, and he seemed like this really solid, nice guy who had like no issues, no problems, no, you didn't have to worry about any of the extraneous kind of baggage sometimes that comes along with rock and rollers. Then we flew him in. We met him in Schloss-Egersberg, actually, in Germany. He walked in, sat down, and just sang. And everything he sang, it made everything crystal clear. We said, that's it. He's the guy, and this is the path he's taking, and it's the perfect marriage of his voice. And he could do anybody's voice. He could do any songs, which was nice. We weren't just restricted to only Dio songs, because he's singing Child in Time with that amazing range. He's singing Joel and Turner era songs. He's doing Graham Bonnet songs. He's doing any songs that you put in front of him, he's got it. And he's so strong, and he's so powerful, and he's got a great heart and a good family and a nice guy. You can't beat that package.